Hey friends and crafters, great to have you with me. Today we're going to take a little bit of a break from our island crafting and we're going to go back into the dank dungeons. And this is a boss I made for a pretty epic battle with the Shadow Rift, and this guy was coming out of it, and he's like an avatar of death, and just super cool. And it was just really cheap to make this guy. He looks fantastic, but it really wasn't hard or expensive to do. So let's go to the table. I'll show you how I put that guy together, and then I'll show you the encounter, how I use them in the encounter on the tiles. So let's go to our table and get going. For the start of the project, I wanted it to be a skeletal creature, so I had these cheap skeletons I got at the dollar store, and this was going to be my base. Now I took them and I cut the legs off because I was going to attach it to a base. I also wanted to give it some extra arms to make it extra creepy, so I took those off another skeleton. I also wasn't that thrilled with the skull of these skeletons. They're kind of blah. So I had another skull that I attached, and that's why there's a white skull on top of this. Now I used goop to assemble all these pieces, and that's a great glue for this kind of stuff. Has a nice strength to it. I also took a piece that I had that was an old Warhammer piece and attached it to the chest from a bits box. It was actually a shield, I think, with a ram's head on it. So the next part, I wanted to add some kind of shroud, like a death shroud to this thing. So after I painted it black, I cut some strips of paper towel and wet them and soak them in white glue, and then I began to drape them over the figure. And you can see I'm using a bowl here to pull the strips out because I want it to be looks like it's flowing, so I thought that'd be a really neat effect. Another thing I want to do is I want to give it some really creepy eyes, so I used just a couple of beads and just applied those in the skull socket, and they're oversized, so they look pretty creepy. So here I am. I've got it painted, and it looks pretty cool. I did some red on the eyes. I really wanted to keep a kind of metallic-y look, so I used a metallic black on the guy itself. With some highlights with some gray, with a dark gray. I also thought it might be kind of cool to add some more to the shroud, so I got some cheesecloth, and I soaked that in black paint so it would be dark. And then I put some white glue on it, and I'm going to drape it over the figure, over the pieces I already have on the figure, the skull and everything. So I thought that would give it an extra nice kind of creepy, decayed look. So we'll go to the table and I'll show you how that all came out. Here's my setup for a truly epic battle. You can see I have a dragon here, dragon statue, and that's just a cheap dragon toy. I painted it platinum, and because that's going to be involved in the fight. I got rubble piles. I got some cultists that are helping my main priest, and he's the chief evil priest. He's a Games Workshop chaos figure, which I thought he was pretty neat. Now the players, to enter this tile, they had to come from the top where the seal had been broken, so they had to come down. So they had to somehow get to these platforms and not fall in the swirling darkness that's that crevasse. So this platform was actually raised about 10 feet, and then there's a step going up to the platform, and you can see that swirling blackness in the center. That's where the priest is trying to summon the death avatar from. So there's our death avatar. Looks pretty good, and I'll give you a closer look there. You can see that death shroud looks really cool. The cheesecloth really added to it, gave it kind of a decayed look. The platinum dragon I have there is like a guardian. It's a statue. If the players play their cards right, they'll be able to activate it, and it will attack the avatar while they try to finish off the priest. But as they pass, they still have to deal with it. It has grasping arms. They still have to deal with it trying to grab them and stuff. So they've got that. It also summons skeletons that they'll have to fight on the way. So that'll be kind of nice. Those will suddenly pop up and try to block their way. And so while the dragon statue and the avatar are fighting, the players fight their way through, have to get past those grabby arms, come up and have to deal with the cultist who's guarding the priest, and deal with them, and then come to the main platform and stop the priest. So here they come up and they're going to try to finish him off. They got a couple cultist guards, but of course they're heroes. They finish him off, and the death avatar will go away if they do that. So, but there we go. That's the epic boss encounter, and I hope you thought it was pretty cool. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed the boss fight. I just wanted to remind everybody that I do have a Facebook page and a forum, and those are in the description below. So make sure you click on those and join. Have a great community on those. I also wanted to say that you know, I have a ton of videos, so if there's some subject you're looking for, you know, go through my videos and you'll probably find something on it. So I just remind everybody that I do have a lot of videos, and you know, I touch on, if it may not be a subject that you've particularly looking for, maybe something close. So yeah, make sure you look through my videos if you're looking for something in particular. And it's been great to have you, and we'll see you next time.
Hey, where'd everybody go? Oh, I missed it. Roderick's sad. Roderick not to get to kill stuff.